Hello everyone, this is the MGTOW Cowboy. Greetings and salutations. I got another one for you. I was thinking about what I wanted to talk about today, and it suddenly came to me. I want to talk about some of my experiences using dating apps or dating applications. You guys know what I'm talking about. I've used a couple of dating applications. Right now, I'm only on one, and that's POF. Plenty of Freaks. I'm sorry, I meant Plenty of Fish. In the past, I've used OkCupid. I'm sure you guys have heard of like Bumble or whatever, Tinder. For the femboys, maybe Grindr. But yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. And I wanted to share an experience I had, or I do continue to have when I use POF and other sites. Or again, like I said, I've only used two of them. I've only used Plenty of Fish and OkCupid. But what I've noticed, and I've heard this before from other people as well, is that there's a couple things I noticed. One thing right off the bat I noticed is that even though I set, you can set certain specifications, like what exactly you're looking for, but they don't necessarily give you what you're looking for. Let me give you an example. So in my POF account, I specifically stipulate that I'm looking for women between the ages of 18 and 25. However, even though I do that, Plenty of Fish, they continue to list profiles of women who are way, way older. It is routine now that I would say most of the profiles that are listed and brought forth to my for me to select, for me to swipe right or swipe left on, are typically women who are considerably older. I wouldn't even care if it was, women who are maybe a year, maybe 2 years older than 25, whatever. You let it slide. But it's routine where I will get, I'll get women in their late 30s. I'll even get women in their 40s. I'm 37. Why would I be interested in a woman who's 45? But I was talking to a friend about this, and it occurred to me that maybe they do it on purpose. Like they know that the men are not particularly interested in these old battle axes, but they push them on us on purpose. And I just wanted to mention that I noticed that observation, and I don't like it. I see it as just another example of how men are just supposed to just take what they can get. Almost like they're discouraged from having standards. Well, at the same time, women are highly encouraged to have standards. Or that is to say, if a woman has standards, I notice that is accepted. But if a man has standards, then, that's misogynist. Or, he's being insensitive. Or, whatever. Some other baseless ad hominem attack that they'll come up with. Another thing I've noticed is young women, not all, but some of the profiles of the young women, what they will do is they will, I don't know how they do it, but they set some sort of, you can go into the settings and you can customize your profile. They go in and they customize their profile so that they don't accept messages from men who are considerably older than them. And I think you could set that to more than 10 years older, or you could set an age or something. And I've noticed that as well, where I'll see like a real hot, 22-year-old. Or I'll see like a real hot 20-year-old girl, and I'll message her. And then after I try to send the message, a screen pops up that says, such and such person does not allow people in your age bracket to contact them. And so, please go back and look for other members. Isn't that a double standard? if a woman is setting, if a woman is going in and making in her settings, she's making it impossible for older men to contact her. Why can't older men set, customize, or go to the settings and set up in their settings for their profile that they don't want women that are older than a certain age? Or they do. The men do that. What I'm saying is the women do that and the men do that. But it seems to me that these websites, they honor what the women want, but they don't honor what the men want. So, and I just wanted to point that out. I see that as a big double standard. But you know, then the question arises, what are we going to do with all these old women that no one wants? That's what I think the problem is. And that's a problem that our society, or human societies, have been dealing with for millennia. Right? Everyone wants these hot girls that are like 17, 20, 22, 24, 26. But who wants a 46-year-old woman? Who wants that, you know? She might be good for, you know, a rub and tug real quick. But, you know, another thing worth mentioning is a lot of these women, especially the older women, let's say over 30, it's much more common to see that they're interested in marriage. In the settings, you can put what you're looking for. In POF, there's at least 3 or 4 settings. One is like casual hookups. Almost no one puts that, because that just screams like I'm a skank. Another one is casual dating. Another one I think is long-term relationship. And they also have marriage. And what I notice is a lot of women, older women, definitely women over 35, more than half of them clearly state that they're looking for marriage. But who's going to want that? Who's going to want these old broads? You know? And for a lot of the young girls, what do you notice? Or what do I notice? I notice that if they're women under 30, generally, they're not looking for marriage. They won't say that. They say looking to date casually. But then when the women are older, you know, they're all looking for husbands to settle down with. And isn't that what MGTOW talks about? Isn't that what we teach? We teach the idea that when women are young and beautiful, the world is their oyster. You know, the world is a candy shop. Or, you know, it's Halloween and they're trick-or-treating. But when they get older and no one wants them, or they see that they're hitting the wall, their SMV is starting to drop, all of a sudden they want to settle down. And then they get upset with us, because men in their same age bracket, you know, I'm 37 now, and I'm right at that age where most women in my age range, give or take a couple years, they all want to get married. But I'm not looking at them. I'm looking at the 22-year-old. And then they act like I'm the asshole because I don't want to marry them. But I did want to marry them 10 years ago. Or 15 years ago. But 15 years ago, they didn't want to marry me because I was just a loser. See how that works? So, anyway, I guess I'll leave it at that. I just wanted to mention that observation. You know, I notice a lot of MGTOW say, you know, stay off these dating sites. I'm not going to tell you to do that. I go on this one dating site, this POF, this Plenty of Fish, or I like to call them Plenty of Freaks, or Plenty of Fatties, or, you know, whatever. But I admit, I mostly do it for entertainment. When like right now, I'm hanging out with a friend. We just came from a dinner, and I got 20 minutes to kill for the ride. We decide we're gonna go to a bar, hang out for a little bit. You know, I'm scrolling, just looking at these women, and I'm telling you, it's a shit show. For every 100 swipes, there's only 2 or 3 women that are even hot, that are even in the age range that I'm looking for. The other, 95%, I'm not looking for. They're too old, they're too ugly, they're too fat. I'm totally uninterested. And the single biggest disqualifier, in my opinion, is the age. I don't want any woman who's, let's say, over 30, and yet the majority of women on these sites are over 30. And I specifically attempt to filter out using the settings women over 30, but the site doesn't even care. Essentially, these sites, they I don't know what you call it. They attempt to cajole us or to pressure us. They don't respect what we want. They respect what the women want, but they don't respect what the men want. And that's just an observation I wanted to make. All right, guys, I'll leave it there. It was a pleasure talking to you. Again, this is the MGTOW Cowboy. If you like my content, please like, please comment, please subscribe, please share, and I'll leave it at that. All right, guys, MGTOW up. Talk to you later.